video is to help you to prepare for your next move. The things that you need to be thinking about, maybe you aren't thinking about it, but this is some things that I thought about that could help you to be ready so you don't have to get ready. Learn from my mistakes. What's up, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Kitty. Hey, y'all. Hey. Take a moment to like this video, subscribe for the vibe, and ding the notification bell. If you're a returning subscriber, what's up, you guys? Sending loads of love your way. Catching and receiving is for you. I do hope that I'm talking loud enough. I am in the bathroom. If you can't tell by the little piece right here. I'm in the bathroom. It's like early and my kids are not up yet, so I'm gonna be making this video in the bathroom. I just hope that I'm speaking loud enough. So this video is going to talk about the consequences of not being prepared, and me realizing the whole saying, like, prepare for the bad, or, you know, prepare, so, get ready so you don't have to, no, be ready so you don't have to get ready. That whole saying. So I really, like, learned the importance of it. So I thought, like, okay, put some savings aside, save here and there. You know, I was doing that, and it just, let me just back up and give y'all the whole rundown of the story. So we are right now at a hotel, beautiful, nice hotel, for the week until our house is ready to move in. So my lease was up yesterday, the 19th, right? So yesterday, we packed up everything, cleaned out the apartment, put everything that we were taking in packed it up in the U-Haul, and then put it in the storage. Oh my God. Excuse me. That was so exhausting. Even though, like, majority of it was like books and small little miscellaneous things, like, it was a lot. So from about 8 in the morning to about like 1:30, that's how long it took to do everything. Like, get the U-Haul, get the storage, move the stuff into storage, return the U-Haul truck, check in, go to the store, get a few other items that we packed up, but we didn't know that we put it in the U-Haul because it was supposed to be in the car, not the U-Haul, but it got packed up in the U-Haul, so we ended up having to go to the store one more time and then come back here. And then I had to drop off my plants, well, my mom plant that I was watching and my 2 plants. I had to drop them off at my mom's, just with my mom, and then get some pizza for the night, and then come back here, shower, whew, laid out like that. I was laid out like that, so tired. And that made me realize that, because, like, this whole time I'm thinking, like, I'm prepared, I'm good, but that was only in the sense of taking care of bills and responsibilities and saving little bits here and there. Now, initially, I was going to just be at the townhouse for like 2-3 years so I can save my money and then move into buying a house. So that was the goal. The reason why that didn't work out is for a few reasons, and now that I'm not living in the townhouse anymore, I can express it more. So the reason why, well, one of the reasons why we didn't renew our lease is because they said that they didn't want us to renew our lease, but I didn't plan on renewing my lease anyways. Now, with that being said, what I should have been doing is looking for houses and then finding one and then taking that price and then saving double of that. house that I liked was $1,600, I would need to save, what is that, $3,200, $3,200. Then that was what I should have been saving, so that when I found a house in that price range or under, I would have that money to just be like, yes, I got the deposit, got the down payment, here's the application fee, approved, all right, here it is, here's everything you need, and then move in. But instead, I did not do that. Instead, I was just, saving my little $25 here, saving my $50 here, but making sure I stay on top of my bills. So let me tell you, all the bills were paid, all the utilities were paid, and I made sure to cancel the electric bill, let them know that I'm not planning on renewing my lease, even though, so I said I wasn't going to renew my lease, and then they sent a letter saying that I'm unable to, I'm unable, but they weren't going to renew my lease, which is like, I already said that I wasn't renewing my lease. Why are you trying to pull some, I fire you, you say you quit instead? Like, why are you doing that? But anyways, I was like, okay, whatever. Like, now let me tell you why I'm not renewing my lease. I'm not renewing my lease because that apartment was infested. Infested. And I should have known that, but at the time, when I was talking to them, they were like really excited, like, we don't have any roaches, we don't have any bed bugs, people pick up their poop, people pick up their dog's poop, and just all this other stuff. And I'm like, yes, awesome, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But also at the same time, like, when I started to think about it, I'm like, why would that be the first thing they tell me if that's not already like an issue? And I didn't look at the reviews. And the reason why I didn't look at the reviews is because at the time I needed something immediately that was in my price range that would take me in right now. And so that was them. And so I was there and I made it as homey as possible. But every night I literally had to spray. I had to spray every room. Otherwise, we would risk getting bit up. And then roaches, literally, you turn off the light, they come out. You turn on the light and they're scattering all over the place. It was a mess. And then on top of that, icing on the cake, there was squirrels in the walls. They were literally ripping through the walls. You can hear them on the ceiling. It was like living in a scary movie. Literally, you hear it's just all night, scuttering, different places. You don't know where the heck this thing is. Then I tell them, and instead of figuring out how to get the squirrel out of the wall, they seal the roof up with the squirrel still in the wall. They're just going to wait until the squirrel dies, and then the house is going to smell like death. Come on now. So I was like, okay, whatever. But my mistake was, I waited till the last month to start looking for houses because, I was busy and stuff. But anyways, the point is I didn't prioritize saving and looking for a place and having that amount saved. So it was a little bit of a struggle to get to where we are now because because there was other stuff that needed to be paid off that I didn't take into account. So even with the $3,200, that there was, so that's literally all I've been doing, learning from my mistakes and learning from the things that I haven't done that I should have been doing. So I think in a previous video where I talk about manifesting, how I manifested the townhouse to begin with, I talk about how I lived in this White House, and the White House was in a junky neighborhood, and yeah, that. So when I left, technically I broke the lease. I didn't know at the time that that was a thing. I was young. I was just inexperienced with this. This was my first house. I thought if I wanted to move, I would just leave. But anyway, so just a quick backstory on the house. So I was getting paid every 2 weeks, and this particular month, like the 2 weeks was like the way I got paid, rent was like a week late. I called them, I told them I get paid this day, I will pay it, so that's all I can do. And she was like, okay, well, you can pay it and we can choose to still evict you, or we can just keep you there. And I'm like, well, which one is it? Let me know before I hand this money over to you. And then we ended up getting the letter in the mail. I mean, it was literally an eviction notice in the mail. So we thought, oh, snap, we got evicted. I took it to my mom, and my mom was like, no, you didn't get evicted, they just want you to pay. But I'm like, no, this is clearly an eviction letter. But it wasn't an eviction letter. It was what my mom said. It was just basically a threat. And so, I mean, I didn't know that at the time. So, ended up moving in with my mom. And I never called the electric company to tell them that I moved. I thought that they would know, like, automatically when you're not living there to just cut it off. That's what I thought. But no, you have to inform them that you're moving, that you want to discontinue the service. And so I didn't do that. And so I broke the lease. I did not disconnect the electricity. I owed the rent that I was going to pay that I didn't pay, and the damages to the property that were not from me. They were from my roommate, and they were from the other junkies in the neighborhood after I left, because I ended up calling them and telling them, like, hey, I've gone by the house. It looks like someone's going in there destroying it. I don't live there anymore. So they ended up putting up cameras. But I had to pay all of that. So my checks were getting garnished for the electric bill that I did not pay, which was almost $2,000. I had to pay for the court fees, their court fees, so that they can garnish my check. I had to pay $818 for that. I had to pay for the damages, $1,200 for that. I had to pay for back rent, which was another $818. So all of that I had to pay before we could even move into somewhere else. So that was a lot. And then, so all of that is officially paid off. Then on top of that, an old vehicle that I leased, and that's a story for another day, but basically I leased it. I wanted them to voluntary repossess it, because once they flicked the switch, they turned it back on, my car was starting to act up, had all kinds of problems after that. And I was like, nope, you can come get this car. They waited 6 months. They did not get the vehicle. Then 6 months later, they got it. But then they wanted me to pay $18,000 for the vehicle that was $3,000. All that interest that accumulated, like, no, you have your vehicle back. That's your $3,000. You could sell it for $5,000. You could sell it for $8,000 and get away with it. But they wanted me to pay $15,000. I mean, not $15,000, $18,000. I settled the debt, ended up paying a little over $5,000. So all of that had to get done before I could even move, which I didn't even realize that. So now that I paid off, then had to spend more money on putting in different application fees, $65 here, $60 there, $55 there, $20 there, all non-refundable fees. Then we felt we got into this Chesterfield Flats apartment, and got approved. This is weird. Got approved, paid the deposit, paid everything that needed to be paid. Then we got a letter saying that we were denied. Why would you even take my money? Why would you say that I'm approved to begin with? We are approved, and then do that. So what set us back even more is because now we gotta wait for them to refund the money that we just paid. that because we thought we were moving in. So more money just gone for now, and then we gotta wait 3 to 5 business days until they send it back. So then applied to another place, the place that we're waiting on while we're here. So we'll be here at this hotel, which again, hotel fees $681 from yesterday till Monday. $681. Then we had to pay the U-Haul, which was $91.91. And we'll say this hotel is $682 because it was like tax $681 and change. So we'll say $682. So $682 for the hotel room. And then $91.91 for the U-Haul, $10 for gas in the U-Haul, and then $152 for the storage. And it won't even be there for a month. It'll be there for a week. So there's that. And then, like, that's a lot, right? So to better prepare for your next moving situation, first of all, I would say call them, because I think my issue was I didn't make enough phone calls, because like I started saying like free storage for the month. Even at the place that I got the free storage from, like I don't understand how, one second. I forgot what I was saying. But oh yeah. And I'm like, but I ended up paying $152, so where's the free month? Maybe there's like a little stipulation that things that you gotta do or whatever, but no. They didn't even mention it, I didn't say it, and I didn't even realize it until after I paid that this says free storage. And so does the U-Haul place. So next time I would say, if you're going the route of storage, call first, talk to them about their first month's free or any type of specials and deals that they got going on, because a lot of places are don't ask, don't tell. If you don't ask about it, they're not going to mention it. It's kind of like when you go to the store and you don't have your MVP card, they're not going to be like, do you got your MVP card? Oh, let me use mine. They're not going to say anything. They're just going to let you pay the full amount. So ask them about their specials, ask them about their deals, storage places, ask them about it. Ask the U-Haul people to give you a quote. You can do these things. And then for the hotel, I booked through Expedia. And again, like hotels want you to have like $100 deposit or like $100 on your card, so they can make the reservation. That's just something to know about. And this hotel has a pool, a gym, and breakfast included. I don't really eat breakfast, but the smell of breakfast food smells so good. But I'm not really big on breakfast, like. But the pool and the gym, yes and yes. But yeah, what else? Oh yeah, to prepare, make sure you make those phone calls. But the most important part is to save. Not just for the deposit, but for the deposit, the first month's rent, even if it's prorated, the deposit, the first month's rent. So if the rent is $1,500, then the deposit will also be $1,500, even if it's prorated. Prorated means like if you move at the middle of the month, the rent's gonna be cut in half. So that's what I mean by prorated. So and then these places be having a lot of hidden fees, like administrative fees. Why do you need $250? It's not going toward this place. But yeah, so then they do the administrative fee on top of the application fee, on top of the deposit, on top of your prorated rent. So make sure you have these things set aside. So again, you want to save for the deposit, the rent, the utilities. So whatever utilities you're going to pay. So if your old place, you were paying $200 for electric, then you want to save $200. for your electric. If you was paying $150, then you want to pay $150. But I think when you get your there's like a little setup fee or a transfer fee for the electricity, so that, are you going to pay water? Are you going to pay gas? Set aside money for that. So that's 5 things already. And then the administrative fee, the application fee. So yeah, you want to at least save, let's see, what did I just see? Pay everything total. That was a lot. So yeah, you want to make sure that you have that amount saved. If I had to give you like a round number, I would say $5,000. You want to at least have $5,000 saved. So if you and someone else will be moving with you, then you want to save $2,500 and then they want to save $2,500, so that $5,000 will be had. But you want to at least save $5,000 when you are moving to another place to rent. At least $5,000, I would say. Now, if we're talking about moving for a house, I would definitely say anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 have saved, or anywhere in between 10 and 20. I would say. Now, I'm not in the process of buying a house yet, but I will be within the next 2 years, or 3, at the max 3, no more than 3 years. But yeah, in the next 2 to 3 years, I do feel like I will be ready to buy a house, and I will definitely keep you updated with that process. But right now, I'm renting, and right now, I'm enjoying this hotel and the coolness of it and the air conditioner. Oh my God. And then back at the place that I just left, the townhouse, the HVAC system didn't work. But every time I literally had to turn off the HVAC fuse, y'all, because my electric bill was $500 from just having it's on. So I turned it off, and it was so hot. If it was cool outside, it was still hot in that damn townhouse. So, I mean, we had fans, and we couldn't even have an AC in there because every bedroom had only one window. And you know, it's a fire hazard to have an air conditioner in a bedroom that only has one window, because if you needed to exit that window, you shit out of luck. But so we couldn't even have an AC in it. But then when we turned the HVAC system on, even I'll risk the $500 bill, as hot as it's been. So turned it on, and it was only literally blowing warm air. Then the security system was so old that people didn't even, like, it kept going off like literally every 3 seconds. I had to unplug it. But they came by and they were like, oh, it's just an old one. We don't have any batteries or anything that can go with that one. Okay, well, update this one. But yeah, it's just a whole bunch of little stuff. So this video was just about helping me prepare and just telling my story, because I feel like when people know other people's stories and mistakes, they can better learn from it. Like, if I'm just telling you my success story, which I am going to be telling you success stories, this is, in this hotel room, is a success story because it's cool, it's clean, it's pet friendly, and yeah, and it's only a week, so this is like a little week vacation to rest, to relax. And this bathroom is huge, and the water pressure is nice, and yeah, and it's like close to my job. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to come to you guys to say. Be ready so you don't have to get ready, because get ready costs more than being ready. So, bye, cool cats. Sing lots of love.